Welcome to a year of anime in review for 2025. MyAnimeList just added yearly wrap-ups of anime and manga to their site for users, so let's take a look at my 2025 anime wrap-up. In 2025, I watched 98 anime and 1,121 episodes, totaling over 437 hours and 39 minutes. That's a pretty good amount, I'd say. Out of those 98 anime I watched, I completed 90 of them. That places me in the top 6% of all MyAnimeList site users. Very nice. Based on my ratings of the anime I completed last year, my average score for the year was 6.9. My top-rated anime was Takapi's Original Sin, which I scored a 10. Takapi's Original Sin is about a squid-like creature, known as a Happian, that leaves his home planet with the desire to spread happiness across the universe. He lands on Earth, but quickly finds himself in danger of captivity by its inhabitants. Fortunately, he is found by a seemingly emotionless little girl named Shizuka Kuze, who feeds him and names him Takapi. Feeling indebted, Takapi decides to do everything in his power to bring a smile to her face. The task is easier said than done, however. Shizuka's father has left the family. Her mother is mostly absent and neglectful, and she is ruthlessly bullied at school. Though the gravity of these issues flies over the naive Takopi's head. While Takopi's attempts to lift Shizuka's spirits lead to unintended consequences, he is determined to take things into his own tentacles and achieve his goal of spreading happiness. Another one of my top-rated anime for the year is Welcome to Japan, Ms. Elf. This is about a guy named Kazuhiro, who goes on adventures with an elf named MyAnimeList in another world, while he's asleep in the real world. After an adventure nearly ends in tragedy for them, Kazuhiro wakes up in the real world, only to discover that MyAnimeList is now also being transported between the two worlds together with him. He makes the most of the bizarre circumstances by introducing MyAnimeList to the sights and wonders of Japan. Next up on my top-rate list for 2025 is Secrets of the Silent Witch. This one is about a genius magician named Monica Everett, one of the kingdom's 7 sages, and the first known person to create and use chantless magic. However, the truth is that this silent witch only developed chantless magic to avoid talking, as she suffers from extreme shyness and social anxiety. Her secluded lifestyle changes, though, when a fellow sage tasks her to covertly defend the second prince from attempts on his life. Unfortunately, that means she has to go undercover as a student at his school, Serendia Academy. Finally, I have Gachiakuta Highly Rated, which is a story about one of a certain town's slums resident, Rudo. The wealthy parts of the town is excessively wasteful, and Rudo spends his days searching for reusable materials from their trash that would otherwise be sent to their giant disposal area, known as the pit. No one knows what's at the bottom of the pit, or if it even has a bottom, so it doubles as a means of criminal punishment. Those dropped in are never seen again. When Rudo's adopted father is murdered by a mysterious assailant, Rudo is falsely accused of the crime and thrown into the pit. To his surprise, he awakens in a trash-filled area inhabited by enormous monsters formed from the junk. As Rudo fights to survive against the trash beasts, he is saved by Engine, one of the cleaners who wield weapons known as vital instruments to fight those monstrosities. Having awakened his own vital instrument, Rudo soon joins the cleaners in the hopes of finding a way to escape the pit and avenge his father. Here are the rest of the anime that I scored highest for the year. Trigun and My Dress-Up Darling were rewatches for me, and the rest of the anime listed were seasons 2 or more of previous anime that I've watched. According to MyAnimeList, my most watched genres last year were workplace, love status quo, and fantasy. I'm not sure I agree with these stats, but it's nice to have anyways. Now let's explore my anime journey through time. Here are the anime I spent the most time completing last year. And here are the anime I finished in one day last year. My recency bias is at 75%, meaning that the majority of the anime I watched last year came out recently. 71 of the shows I watched aired exactly last year, with 93% of my anime watching being done on a seasonal basis. Let's look back on the 4 seasons of anime in 2025. I completed 25 out of the 62 anime that came out in winter of 2025. Out of those, I'd recommend Welcome to Japan, Ms. Elf, and Zenshu, the most for the new anime. Zenshu is about an anime director who ends up in the world of her favorite childhood anime, the one that inspired her to become an animator. For the return anime of that season, Solo Leveling Season 2 and Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Season 2 were the best to me. Here are some more anime from winter 2025 that I thought were pretty good. I only completed 12 out of the 81 anime that came out in spring 2025, but of those, I'd recommend My Hero Academia Vigilantes the most for new anime, though technically it's a side story of My Hero Academia. For return anime, I liked Windbreaker Season 2 the most. Here are some more anime from spring 2025 that I thought were pretty good. Just ignore that last one on the right. I completed 23 out of the 83 anime that came out in summer of 2025. That was the best season of the year in my opinion, with Takopi's Original Sin, Gachiakuta, and Secrets of the Silent Witch being my favorite new anime. The best return anime for me were Dan Season 2 and Call of the Night Season 2. Dan is one of my all-time favorite anime, and I'm not sure why I didn't rate it a 10. Here are some more anime from summer 2025 that I thought were pretty good. I only completed 10 out of the 76 anime that came out in fall of 2025. But from those, I'd recommend Sanda the most from the new anime. Sanda is about a boy named Sanda, who is a descendant of Santa Claus, and Fuyumura, a girl who is determined to awaken the dormant powers of Santa Claus within Sanda to find her missing friend. For the return anime, I enjoyed My Hero Academia final season and Ranma 1/2 Season 2 the most. Here are some more anime from fall 2025 that I thought were pretty good. And please, no shame on the furry one. Thank you for watching my review of anime in 2025. If you're not already using MyAnimeList to keep track of your anime journey, I'd highly suggest it.